Well, really, I'm doing whatever I can. I know with commentating with ESPN the past years at Nationals, I've been very fortunate to be part of that family, and I know ESPN has been very supportive with Olympic wrestling, just trying to voice their support. So, we're doing a number of things. We're trying to put together, hopefully, put together just a short segment about the history of wrestling, just to get the awareness out to not just the wrestling community, but those who may not have the exposure to wrestling. Just the normal sports fans out there who just like watching ESPN, like watching Sports Center. We want to draw them in and let them know what's going on, so maybe we can get them hooked and get their support for us. But I know I've been involved with some talks with some committees that have popped up to help support. The committees they're getting the IOC members their emails out there, just trying to raise money for the fight that's coming up here. So I'm just trying to voice my support anywhere I can, and I've been blessed with a podium and just a platform to be able to speak across the country with businesses and different organizations. And it's amazing how many big business leaders have backgrounds in wrestling. Maybe wrestled in high school, middle school, whatever. Once a wrestler, always a wrestler. You always remember something from it. So just me being able to share my story, I'm able to share a wrestling story. And just they ask me, well, what are you doing now? And I can say, well, I'm involved with helping overturn the IOC decision to drop wrestling. They say, well, I wrestled back in the day. I want to help out. What can I do? So I'm just trying to do whatever I can. That's what we need right now. Just keep voicing our support, keep getting new people in, and keeping that awareness up, because when it first launched, it was huge. All over Twitter, all these athletes from other sports were jumping in and showing their support. We got to keep that steam, keep it going, keep moving forward until a decision is overturned. We can't lose ground right now. We just got to keep that in front of our eyes and say, okay, it's not over yet. Keep moving forward with it. So, I think the thing that draws people into wrestling is that, it's one of those sports that anybody can participate in it. You look at basketball, everybody's tall. You look at football, everybody's big, everybody's muscular, they weigh a ton. There are giants out there. But wrestling, you got everything. You got men and women. You got short and tall guys out there, missing limbs, different backgrounds, guys who started high school, guys who've been wrestling all their lives. And so it's just awesome to see a sport that's just so simple. You go out there, your best against your opponent's best, old-fashioned way. You just scrap it out. The winner gets his arm raised. I think that's what draws people in. It's so simple, and anybody can do it. Anybody can really relate to it. And so, that's what makes it so great. It's just the toughest sport out there, but it's the simplest sport out there. Well, for me, it first started with my cousin. I was big into football as a freshman in high school, but I only weighed like 90 pounds. And so, he suggested wrestling to me, and I wrestled the 103-pound weight class. And what really drew me to the sport was, being born missing my leg all my life. The way I was raised was just to figure out a different way to do things. Just to look at things like a puzzle and figure out how to accomplish my goal. And so when I got into wrestling, that's exactly what that is. And what wrestling is, it's about finding your unique traits, your strengths, and capitalizing on that and camouflaging your weaknesses. Just figuring out a unique way to get the job done and get the win. And so, really, it was every wrestling match is like a puzzle. You're going out there figuring it all out. So that's what appealed to me, was just, okay, what? They're going to throw you on the mat. Doesn't matter you're missing a leg. It doesn't matter you started when you're 14 and you're a lightweight kid. You just go out there and find a way to win. And so that's what I loved about it. It was very addicting. I took my licks at the beginning, got beat up quite a bit, but that passion was just indescribable. Every day I'd go to wrestling practice. After wrestling practice, I'd be watching wrestling videos. It's just something. Wrestling, it really is a way of life. You never stop thinking about it. It's always just in your mind. And so, yeah, that passion, it just it hit me hard, and it never left. And I've definitely missed it. It's been tough, just doing the commentating with ESPN. I love it, but it's so hard being just feet away from the mat, inches away from that mat, and I want to go out there and scrap a bit. There's nothing like getting your arm raised. Just all that training year in and out, and just for 3 seconds of that. There's no experience like it. So I've definitely missed it. I mean, I've kept busy with my career, and I love doing what I'm doing now. But wrestling will always be my #1 passion, and the thing that makes me the happiest. So I mean, still looking back and thinking about wrestling in the national final, that's still the happiest moment of my life. So.